Good afternoon, colleagues and friends. I hope you're keeping well wherever you are in the world. I'm Dan Redding, Head of Sustainability at World Sailing. Today, I'm delighted to talk to you a little bit about some of the work we're doing at events to deliver on the Sustainable Development Goals in partnership with our host cities. I'm also going to talk a little bit about our wider strategy and sustainability targets from long-term to short-term. Firstly, how we mitigate short-term environmental impacts at events, but also use events to create positive change over a longer period of time. I thought I'd kick things off with a short video showing how World Sailing is committed to environmental protection.
Sailing with 20 knots, going fast, is a paradise.
It's magic. When you are in the ocean, you forget about everything.
You have all different kinds of conditions out there, so it's very exciting.
I always hated to do sports inside. I feel like I can't breathe.
Going through the water so nicely. It's like a feeling you can't describe. You're almost like you're flying.
「自然との戦いなので、風を読んだりだとか、潮の流れを読んだりだとか。
You have to deal yourself against the sea, the wind.
Kind of battle against the elements.
At the end of the day, you're at the mercy to the sea and just how powerful it can be.
É muito interessante porque a gente fica nas mãos da natureza, né?
The technology, the speeds the boats are doing and the sizes of the boats.
Feel like you're harnessing what's actually happening and being able to control it.
Много перемен, все зависит не только от тебя.
Different kinds of boats, you have 10 different classes.
Giant yachts flying, a meter in the air at 40, 50 knots. It's just unbelievable.
I think sailors are definitely really aware of the environment.
O atleta que usa aquele espaço para treinar e para competir se preocupa com ele também. E aí mobiliza outras pessoas.
That's our office, that's our playing field. I think it's really important that we do all we can.
So World Sailing's overarching sustainability strategy is called Sustainability Agenda 2030. In it, there are 56 ambitious targets aligned to the SDGs and the IOC sustainability focus areas. To date, we have delivered 13 of the goals, and also work has started on a further 25. The strategy is encompassing of all aspects of the sport. However, there are a number of deliverables or opportunities for events. One of the reasons for using the UN SDGs is that it is the common language for sustainability, which is particularly helpful when we're engaging with a wide audience. To create our targets, we engaged all of our community from our members, grassroots, sustainability experts, venues, and the marine industry. In total, we had responses from 75 countries, so a good global representation of sailors. Their feedback helped shape us refine our strategy to one which is ambitious, relevant, and achievable. This chart shows the level of support World Sailing received. In May 2018, all of our 145 national federations unanimously supported the strategy, and now we have a mandate to deliver it. During the exercise, we mapped out where we contribute to the delivery of the SDGs, and we think that we contribute to 12 of them. This slide shows that we have 6 operational areas where we deliver against the SDGs. As you would expect, there are a number of areas that overlap, but the 2 relevant today are events and venues. In order to deliver against multiple sustainability targets, a management system is needed. A good starting point for both owners, event owners, and local organising committees is ISO 2012-1. We use this management system to identify our key impacts, continually improve, as well as engage with our stakeholders. I'll give you some insight into some of the event initiatives linking to the SDGs, but also show where there can be a longer-term impact. Firstly, in the context of events, there are the ones which we effectively own and manage ourselves, and there are the ones that we sanction and therefore govern. For both categories, we have various sustainability targets. The sanctioned events benefit from larger R&D budgets, so some targets relate to, for example, changing the way energy is produced on board boats. A point worth noting is that in all events listed above, we probably have around 5,000 sailors, but the most significant impact comes from influencing the 70 million sailors, as well as a €100 billion recreational marine industry, and of course, event locations themselves. This is something I'd encourage all sports to consider. The opportunities to engage in the wider fan base or participants is where we have a real opportunity for significant impact. The Ocean Race is a sanctioned event and uses the events to engage cities in committing to tackle single-use plastic and many stopovers, including a presentation of the city-state officials signing up to the UN Clean Seas Pledge. In the image above, the IOC, UN Environment and World Sailing all joined forces to tackle this issue, one which is close to many sailors' hearts. An example of what we have activated our mission around plastic is installing sea bins in locations years in advance of the events. I hope we can think about legacy even before an event. I don't think there's even a word for it. Most sailing events have beach cleans, and we engage with local clubs so you can have Olympic sailors also walking next to youth, all engaging, which is fantastic to see. And it really uses the athletes as role models. In our event in the US, we collected 250 kilograms of plastic from a mangrove with the help of 100 sailors, young sailors, some of which are in the image. As well as committing to the use of no single-use plastic at our events through our contracts, there are also other sustainability and legacy requirements, such as having a learn to sail event, etc. We have found that the focus on sustainability has enabled events to engage with various local NGOs, locals and even UN agencies. In the image above, you can see some of the achievements at our recent events. For the next few slides, I've included the SDG logo of the areas where we are contributing to. As you can see above, the Donate Your Sailing Kit, this is a concept we are working on. When you have many people coming to one place, there are some opportunities such as collecting equipment to be redistributed to engage more people in the sport. At some events, we have capitalised on that principle, and we've done things such as recycling wetsuits and carbon fibre, which ordinarily individuals would not be able to do on their own. In addition to carbon offsetting and a commitment to reduce our carbon emissions by 50% by 2025, we have also developed projects on this theme. For long-term strategic work, events can be absolutely a catalyst for innovation. An example of this is The Hague and Paris 2024, where we are looking to develop hydrogen propulsion for recreational boats. And this is something that the events can absolutely accelerate that research and technology. Events can be an opportunity to engage with schools and educate the next generation on sustainability issues, specifically how this relates to sport. We have created a sustainability education program in 14 languages for children aged between 6 and 12. This is co-delivered with host cities and schools, clubs, spectators. We also engage with athletes and credible research institutions. In Miami, for example, we partnered with the University of Miami to deliver some climate change training, enabling the athletes to become more climate literate. We had sailors, event staff, snorkel and dive with the university's Rescue a Reef program. On this expedition, we outplanted 200 staghorn corals, and this was funded by a sponsor, and the feedback was absolutely fantastic. Finally, having a sustainable event engaged with the customers. This is the feedback from an event with 68 nations and underlines that an event with sustainability activities creates a better event. Thank you for your time, and feel free to reach out if you have any questions.